Hey you guys, welcome back and happy almost new year to you. 2018 is drawing to a close, and in this video I'm going to talk about the things that I've got in store for my garage and my cars in 2019. Welcome back, everybody. So I'm not sure if you can see, but just behind me on my lobster rims, I'm on my way to Adrenaline Customs in White Bear Lake, Minnesota, or at least I think it's pretty close to White Bear Lake, Minnesota. I'm dropping them off, and if I just put down my coffee for a second, I have my new, hang on. I have my new center caps, which are they're actually the 991 Platinum color. And I'm bringing them along so that Adrenaline Customs can match the paint, if not order the paint directly from Porsche. So that's pretty exciting. And then as I'm driving over there, and it's probably about a half an hour drive, don't worry, this video is not going to be that long. I'm also thinking about all the things that I've got in store for 2019. 2018 has been a really awesome year. I honestly started out the year thinking, should I continue the channel, frankly? Because my son, my eldest son Luke, he was getting, it's 1 year old and starting to crawl and run, and it was getting a little harder to get out into the garage and spend some time making videos. And then with my second boy Adam arriving in May, I just thought, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I'm looking back over the year, and if this gets published today before January starts tomorrow, I think I will have published about 26, 27 videos in a year, sort of one every 2 week average, which I'm really, really happy with and completely surprised by. So even next year, even if I can make half a dozen or a dozen as life continues to get a little bit more fun and interesting and complicated, I think that's a good target to hit for. So as busy as I'm going to be, work-wise and family-wise, I'm actually really looking forward to spending some time continuing to make videos and share them. So what's in store for the new year? Well, if you saw one of my recent videos just a couple of days ago, I was talking about potential steering wheel upgrades, and I've looked at several different styles of OEM Porsche wheels. Did I say Porsche then? I might have done. It's the correct pronunciation, but I always sound incredibly pretentious saying it because I grew up just saying Porsche. Anyway, yeah, so I looked at the 997 wheels, I looked at the 991 wheels, first and second gen. If it was an ideal world and I could make anything match, I think I would go for the second gen 991 wheel with the sort of more sleek design, sleeker spokes, cool integrated multifunction. But it kind of breaks one of my guiding principles for the 997 and the style transformation, quote unquote, I've been doing this year. And that's trying to be true to the brand. And with that goes being true to the model, at least I think, to me. I have seen 991 wheels in 997s. Honestly, I think they look super cool. And anyone who's done it, bravo, nice job. Anyone planning to do it, just go for it. I think for me though, I want to know that I'm sort of sticking to the 997 generation, and the wheel that I've chosen is slightly sort of bending that rule, but I can live with it. I think I can sleep at night and I can drive that car and know that I've stayed sort of true to my design principles. So the wheel I'm going for is the second gen 997 GTS sports wheel, wrapped in leather in sand beige so that it matches the interior of my car. I'm going to be buying the wheel from Suncoast Parts. In fact, if I had like an extra 5 minutes before I left the house this morning, I would have in fact pulled the trigger and made the order. But what I did order last night, and honestly, Michael Bath, if you're watching, it was about 30 seconds, okay, maybe 5 seconds after I saw the end of your latest video where you happened to mention that I was considering a steering wheel upgrade. Honestly, to that point, I was still sort of on the fence. Should I do it? Should I not? And then I just thought, you know, forget it, I'm doing it. It's gonna be great. And it's gonna make a great video. So I'm gonna do it. I actually found an airbag, sand beige, the round airbag, it'll fit the wheel, from Lithuania. You know, okay. But then, to be fair, I've never met a Lithuanian, a Latvian, or an Estonian that I haven't liked. And so I'm all about the Baltic region. Spent a little bit of time there. I'm giving these guys a try. Now, if they screw me, hopefully eBay buyer protection will protect me. I don't often buy things outside of the US on eBay. I always like I like the confidence that I can jump in my car and go and find whoever has screwed me if they've screwed me on eBay, if I had to, even if it means driving for like 2 days in one direction. Anyway, I'm sure it's going to be fine. But I bought that I bought that airbag last night. So that's going to get delivered in mid-Jan. The trick now is getting the steering wheel from Suncoast. Black, it just says black. Sand beige has a hyphen Germany, which I think means they've got to order it special in from Germany. And when I've asked about those sort of orders in the past, they've said it can take, you know, a couple of weeks or a couple of months. So I'm not entirely sure when that steering wheel is going to arrive, but when it does, it's going to look awesome. And I can't wait to make that installation video. So the steering wheel is one thing. Of course, come the new year, I don't know whether it's going to take a couple of days or a week at this time of year, but when I get my rims back from Adrenaline Customs, I've then got the rims to put on the car and show you what it looks like in the new color. What I've also done is I've ordered, oh, you know what's really funny? I keep thinking there's a car in my blind spot. It's actually the GoPro. Anyway, shit, I hope, yeah, no, it's the GoPro, it's the GoPro. Yeah, so I've also ordered spacers from Suncoast. Again, Suncoast are getting a lot of my money at the moment over the holiday time. I've ordered 7mm spacers for the front, and I've ordered 15mm spacers for the back. And this is on the advice of a guy called Scott in our local Porsche and Pancakes group, who's pretty much the smartest guy I know and knows more about the 997 than I will ever know. You ask him any question and he'll point you to the page in the electrical blueprint or the parts catalog, or tell you 3 different ways you can accomplish the same job. Guy's awesome. So he suggested 7 and 15. I'm happy to go with his recommendation. They are hopefully going to make the wheels look nice and flush with the side. So they shouldn't take too long to come. When the spacers arrive, I will put them on the car with the wheels at the same time. Maybe even do a before and after, so you guys can see what the difference is. So that's pretty cool and exciting. What else? Steering wheel, spacers, wheel. Oh, exhaust. So I think I'm finally, after 2.5 years of dicking around and looking into loads of different options, I think I'm finally going to pull the trigger on the exhaust. Now, I've considered buying the OEM Porsche sports exhaust system, again from Suncoast. That would run about $3.5 grand just for the parts, and then you got to install it. And not only that, you then have to figure out the wiring to go from the exhaust into the car, up into the dash, so that you can use the little button that comes. Now, I am all about buttons. I am super excited at the prospect of having a button inside my car that is OEM, that I can push and it does something on the car. I love it. In fact, if I could manually adjust the spoiler every time instead of the car doing it, that would be fun, just so I had a button to push. But that's just going to take a lot of time, and it's going to take a lot of money. The labor is going to be expensive to do that kind of job, and I'm pretty confident that I could do the exhaust myself. You know, it's nuts and bolts and it's lifting a car up, but okay, it's a little more complicated than that. But you know, at the end of the day, that's what an exhaust is. It's metal with nuts and bolts. But the wiring and getting inside the car and getting it in the dash, there's just a bit of chance there that I might break something or ruin it. So I'd rather have a pro do it. Anyway, long story short, that option's off the table just because of the price. And from what I gather, there are other options that sound a lot better. And a lot of you guys have commented on this already on previous videos. A lot of my friends here in the Twin Cities have essentially commented the same. Most people are in favor of either a third-party exhaust like Soul Performance, so check that video out if you haven't already. The Soul Performance exhaust, the Fab Speed exhaust, which is a true sort of end-to-end, you know, exhaust mod and exhaust system, or for going for a hybrid solution like the Gundo hack or the Fister mufflers, the Fister modification, if you want to call it that. So the Gundo hack is a piece of piping that goes and creates a partial bypass between the pipes and the muffler. Not all of the air then goes through the muffler, and so you get a louder, you know, some would say a more aggressive and cool exhaust note. Well, to do that, you got to find a body shop or a muffler shop that knows how to do it, or is at least willing to try it. And I've done my fair bit of research here in the Twin Cities. I haven't yet come across a garage that is willing to do it for like less than $300 to $500, and is sort of sounds very confident that they know what they're doing. It just doesn't sit very well with me. So instead, if I do a core exchange with Fister Autosports, what, you know, is sort of $800 or $900 on paper ends up being about $350, $400 in shipping. And you know, from what I've seen, the parts look pristine, and you know, the Fister brand now has got a lot of street cred, and so if I ever do sell the car, you know, I can advertise that it has the Fister mufflers, and I think that's value adding. So it's not Porsche OEM, but you know, it's sort of like Magnus Walker is now synonymous with Porsches. So is Fister, and so I'm comfortable with that. So the Fister exhaust will be something I also do. So they're probably the big ones I'm going to be doing on my 911, and that should hopefully round out all of the changes I'm going to do to the car. You know, some of them I'm going to be able to do relatively quickly, like the wheels and the spacers. Other ones, it just all depends on when the parts arrive, like the steering wheel. But my garage transformation started in the summer and then stalled when, you know, the past 2 or 3 months, I've been traveling every week with my job. So actually having time to meet with vendors and get the garage floor done, it just didn't happen in time. So the garage floor will be something I do probably in spring. Ahead of that though, I've got a couple of custom canvases coming in, a couple of photos I took actually. I was planning on going to a local Minnesota car enthusiast and journalist, a guy called Chris Clairwell. If you follow him on Instagram, he takes absolutely beautiful shots of his vintage 911. I think it's a T, in this sort of navy blue color. He takes really good care of it. He's done a couple of cross-country trips and documented them. Really, really impressive media. But I thought I'm going to try and use something of my own first, and if it doesn't look good, I'm going to go back to Chris and see if he'll be kind enough to give me one of his images, or I'll buy them, you know, from him. But just recently in our Porsche and Pancake season closer, we stopped off at St. Paul, Porsche of St. Paul, one of the two garages here in the Twin Cities, and I took a couple of shots of the shop floor, and there were a couple of nice cars in there. So I've got them blown up pretty big on canvases, two images. They're going to go on the wall just above and to the side of my 911. So that's one garage change. Very minor, but you know, I'm hoping it's going to make it look a little more warm and friendly and Porsche friendly. And then I've got cabinets coming from a combination of Home Depot and Overstock.com. So I'm going to put cabinets up on the back wall, on the top, workbench. I have some other Porsche sort of like car related pictures to put up, which my wife has kindly given me for birthdays and Christmases recently. So they've been waiting in my basement to go up in the garage. And then put the bikes on the wall and that sort of thing. And then last but not least, the local Porsche group here, and not Nordstern, which is an awesome group itself, the official Porsche Club of America group. A few of us that like to get together a little more often and a little more informally than the PCA meetings. We formed this little group and we call it Porsche and Pancakes, and we're not the only ones in the country to have a Porsche and Pancakes group, but we have one. And we're thinking about a couple of trips next year. At least a handful of us really want to go out east and do, I think it's called the Tail of the Dragon. Google it if you don't know what it is, and you'll see that it's this incredible stretch of, I don't know, maybe 10, 20, 30 miles. It's maybe even less than that. I think it's around 10 or 15 miles. But there are hundreds and hundreds of turns. It's twisty, turny roads. It's through the mountains. My American geography is going to fail me now. It's like, is it the Smoky Mountains? Is it the Appalachian kind of region? I don't know. I need to do some more research, clearly. But from the photos, it looks incredible. And we're going to try and do a trip out there. So a couple of days worth of driving, you know, not push ourselves to get there and stick to the speed limit, I'm sure. When we get there, you know, drive around. That, I think, has got the makings for a great video. Especially if I bring the drone along. Maybe we can get some shots of us driving, exterior shots, big group video. I'm pretty excited about that too. And there may be some opportunities to do other road trips as well. Maybe not quite as far as that, but every road trip in a 911 is a great opportunity to make some videos. So I'm going to try and do that as well. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you so much again for all the support this year. You know, the comments, the chat, the discussion about anything related to cars is so much fun. I'm getting involved in Porsche forums online, which is great, but it's really nice to have that dialogue around a video that I've made and a subject that I'm particularly personally interested in, like the steering wheel, and to get some very frank and honest advice from people who have either thought about it and dismissed it for whatever reason, or have actually done it already and have given me some lessons learned. You know, it's really kind, and I really, really love it. So I'm looking forward to more of that in 2019. Big shout out to Michael Bath in Australia. It's already the new year for you. Your 997 videos and all your videos are fantastic. Thanks for the shout out recently. And everyone online, thanks so much. Have a great time tonight. See the fireworks, and I'll see you in 2019. Cheers. Bye.